Good morning. Welcome back into Wake Up America. Big day here on Newsmax.
Yeah.
We're going to be covering a whole lot throughout the morning. Former President Donald Trump not in attendance at the first GOP debate last night, leaving the stage wide open for other candidates to try and make up some ground on the Republican frontrunner. The question now, did it work?
Yeah, for more on this, let's welcome in Pennsylvania Congressman Dan Meuser. Congressman, thanks for joining us. I know you watched last night. Who do you think won?
Oh, who do I think won? You know, I think Republican policy and Republican approach to the issues facing our country clearly differentiate in a far better way than the Bidenomics and Biden way. I mean, let's face it. They talked about national security. They talked about energy dominance. They talked about border security. They talked about the U.S. being the most competitive place to do business in the world, the importance of pro-growth initiatives for our economy. But to answer your question, Allison, I'd say I think Mike Pence did a fabulous job. I really did. I mean, I think so highly of him. But when he speaks about the Trump-Pence agenda and accomplishments, that just reminds people of how great that administration was, the accomplishments that occurred, and frankly, that President Trump should be our next president.
Yeah, it was interesting. That was the most energetic Mike Pence I've ever seen. And I think the American people have been familiar with Mike Pence now for the better part of 8 years. I'm wondering, Congressman, who do you think lost the debate last night?
Well, you know, I think Chris Christie just didn't shine at all. You know, his best line was when he said UFOs are far less of a problem than educating our children. You know, and here he is, won't raise his hand to support Trump if he's our nominee. Yet at the same time, he talks as a prosecutor, as he was, that the indictments are all frivolous. So that's a little bit contradictory. I also have to say, Vivek, you know, and I'm taking this from some feedback I've been receiving quite a bit. I mean, well, let's put it this way. My daughter put it that he seemed like a first-year med student trying to diagnose everything, but diagnosing it wrongly.
That's interesting. Nikki Haley had some strong words on the economy. Take a listen.
The truth is that Biden didn't do this to us. Our Republicans did this to us, too. When they passed that $2.2 trillion COVID stimulus bill, they need to eliminate the earmarks that the Republicans brought back in. You have Ron DeSantis, you've got Tim Scott, you've got Mike Pence. They all voted to raise the debt. And Donald Trump added $8 trillion to our debt. And our kids are never going to forgive us for this.
So what do you make of her attacking Republicans on their spending when she clearly could have said so many things about the Biden administration?
Allison, what's even worse about it is she was wrong. First of all, it was $6 trillion, $4 trillion of it, and there's no question a lot of spending took place. $4 trillion of it was very bipartisan, of course, and it was related to COVID relief when, rightfully or wrongfully, the economy was shut down. Also, she was wrong related to the earmarks, because these so-called earmarks, they do not increase spending. They only are pulled from the Department of Transportation and allowed to be used in a discretionary manner for members of the House and Senate if they choose. So she was incorrect. She doesn't know her numbers. She seems to know the international and foreign affairs well, and she's never been in Congress. And if she was, maybe she would have known better, because that part really annoyed me. She simply didn't understand the budgetary approach.
All right. Pennsylvania Congressman Dan Meuser, we appreciate you breaking it down for us. Good to see you as always, sir. Thank you.